Welcome back to another episode of Mushoku Tensei. So this is gonna be the final episode of Season 1. Now, in the previous one, we had a tumultuous one, right? It was a head-scratcher in a way, and it left me with many questions, and I don't know where it's gonna go from here. So, what happened is basically Eris, well, first of all, both Eris and Rudeus, they ended up going to Rudeus's home. They ended up splitting or separating with Rudyard, and he went on his own path, which was that was a tearful goodbye, right? I really like that team, so it was a shame seeing him go. And then they obviously went to the camp with a bunch of survivors, and long and behold, Ghislaine was there, and also Alphonse, was that his name? They were both there, right? And instead of a tearful, happy reunion, what they got, what Eris and Rudeus got, is a whole cold, hard truth. That's it. I said hold. Cold, hard truth of who is dead. That being, of course, most of Eris's family has died. And of course, Eris had to come to terms with that. But not only that, we also found out, or Eris most importantly found out, that she needs to become a concubine for one of the lords, right? As she is 15 now, she needs to become a concubine for one of the lords to basically appease the people and stuff like that. So, and for like the family's sake and stuff. So it's a tough situation. And then obviously Eris had to think about it. And then she decided, you know what? And went to Rudeus's room and kind of like pushed him in a way to, you know, for them to finally sleep together, even though Rudeus was very reluctant about it, but then she eventually made sure that he gave in, right? Not in a forceful way, but she was very pushy about it. And then Rudeus, obviously in the morning, he was feeling great. He was feeling on top of the world, and then he realized Eris is not there. So she left a letter saying, you know, something's not clicking and stuff, and that she's gonna go on a journey with Ghislaine. So she just left, and of course, Rudeus doesn't know where they went. So now it's a messy situation. Rudeus is very much gonna be like broken because of that, I'm sure, right? I don't know what's happening, right? I have no idea what's happening there. I talked about all of my thoughts on it in the previous episode of how confused I am by the entire situation, and I'm sure we'll find out in the probably not in this episode. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things that we're gonna find out more about as we watch, probably in season 2. If I were to guess, maybe it is gonna be in this one, but yeah, it's a very confusing situation, but let's see where it goes from here. So, if you wanna watch this, Uncut and Unblurred is always on Patreon in the description, and let's go into Mushoku Tensei, episode 23. Ghislaine and Eris, okay, speak to me. She cut her hair as well. Wait! Okay, no. She actually looks pretty cool with short hair, from what I'm seeing with the hood on. Speak to me, Eris. What's the plan? Poor guy, man. Like, that's the thing that's confusing me the most. She would never hurt Rudeus purely because she wanted to run away. There is definitely a plan behind that entire thing. But I can't see it yet. Because no matter... I talked about it in the previous episode. I'm not going to keep reiterating on all my theories. You see? Because, like, this is a predictable outcome. So, I don't know. Oh, I was like, what's happening here? I was like, that's a different scene. Aye. Unfortunate. How is he friendly, happy? Also, I do like how he looks healthier here than obviously later down the line when we see him like a bit more grown up, and obviously after years and years and years of being a NEET, his body and health deteriorated. I really like how you can actually see him looking healthier here. Even if it's not obviously ideal. You can see the change. Yeah. Also, I do like how we do see a little bit of the, you know, the courageous Rudeus that speaks out against injustice and stuff, even in this version of him. It's just that it backfired here. So I guess it kind of like reframes it even more as to how much courage it must have taken in this new world to actually do those kinds of things again, knowing that those things got him in this kind of situation in the first place in his previous life, right? That kind of courage. Hmm. Aww. Oh, they were nice. They were really nice to him. They tried their best. I was wondering what his parents are gonna be like. Aww. Oh. Oh, and the letter. Oh. Oh. Oh.
出ていけということですか。
Hmm. You aren't the only one suffering. That's a tough thing to come to terms with, though. So you can see how, you know, the setting up his situation here being similar to, or starting to get similar to what it was back when he was alive in the previous world. Oh, my boy. My boy. Oh, he's still using that. Oh, don't say but so he's going to be okay without me. Don't say that. Please. So, do you think that she went with Galen because she didn't want to become codependent on Rudeus and she wanted to grow like alone as someone who is independent from Rudeus? I get that. Is it really necessary for her to leave in the manner that she did, though? I feel like Rudeus could understand that even if she told him, right? Or even if she just disappeared one day and then let him know in the letter or something. I don't know. The manner in which she left feels so uncharacteristic of Eris if that were the case, right? Like, the way that it felt like almost went out of her way to hurt him feels very uncharacteristic of her. So, I don't know. Aww. Look, the fear is gone. The fear is gone. So... I like that. Okay, I guess it's just one of those things where there was no perfect goodbye. Okay, yeah. You know what? I guess that is one of those things where there's just no perfect way to say goodbye. I think she was trying to kind of like make it maybe a parting memory, not a gift, but a memory. Parting memory before she left. I don't know. Feels off. But you know what? No character's perfect. No one's ever acted perfectly in this. So if that's the way that she left, I would say it's not the perfect way to do it, but I don't know if there is a perfect way to do it anyway. So it is what it is. I guess that's all there is to it, right? I just feel bad for Rudeus that this is the way that they had to part. It feels very rough. Look at this guy. You guys did say that this is an actual figurine as well, which is cool. Might need to procure that one. What's up, my goat? Look at this squad. That end. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, huh? This is gonna be an experience for Rudeus, I guess. Oh, oh Roxy. Jesus. Wow, she outdrank him. Kishirika. Roxy's about to. Also, what's happening in the back there? Of course. Of course. What's up, Roxy? Is your head get? Oh. Wow. She's gonna get sold. The demon empress or whatever she is. She's gonna get sold. Oh, never mind. Got it. Can she heal the hangover away? That sounds kinda OP. Whatever. She's so different from everyone else in this show. A student. Oh! Does she remember his name? She gave him the eye, the demon eye, but did he ever give her his name? Oh, they finally see each other. I'm sure she's fine. She's supposed to be like a really good healer and stuff, right? Like a pretty top level healer.
父親とメイドと娘2人はミリシオンで元気にしておるようじゃな。本当ですか？母親はと。
Please be okay. What? What are you doing? Huh? Whoa, what is she? Where is she?
見えない。陛下の目をもってしてもですか？じゃが、大体の場所は分かったぞ。
Where?
どこですか？ベガリット大陸の迷宮都市、ラパンじゃ。つまり
Begarit continent. Whoa.
ルディはちょい待って。ルデウスは超大陸におるぞ。随分と落ち込んだ顔をしておる。
Yeah, he's going through it.
広い食いで腹でも壊したかの。そうですか。ありがとうございました。
Yeah, you went the opposite direction.
いやいやい、助けてもらった礼じゃ。では、さらばじゃ。
Sarabaja. Whoa. Okay, it's slick.
ベガリット大陸ね。なぜゼニスは生きているのに連絡を取ってないのかしら。
わかりません。何か事情があるのかもしれませんね。
パウロの息子は大丈夫なんですの？
そうですね。落ち込んでいるというのは少し心配ですが。ルディならば、必ず自分の力で立ち上がれるはずです。
He will. Oh, eventually. I just feel bad for him though. 'They can't just change, but they can change. Rudeus has changed a lot. But this feels like definitely a regression, right? That we're seeing here. Him being like, well, what does it matter and stuff like that. Feels like regression. Boys. Who's gonna clean up? Blue eyes. I was asking what eye color did Zen have? Blue. Blue, silver. Oh. That's it. That's it, Rudy.
俺はゼニスを探さないと。
Fuck. What a scene. Fuck. Fuck. That's how you end it? Is there actually nothing? It's a cutscene. It's a cutscene. It's a cutscene.
グレイロットですか。5歳で水星級魔術師、しかも無縁症って。確かに本当ならすごいし、ぜひお声掛けをしたいところですけど。
作り話もそれだけ持っていると逆に面白いな。
Well, wait till you meet him.
作り話ではないと。そう言い
That's a visor girl.
はい。結局あなたと彼はどういう関係な
We
んですか。
saw her.
僕にとっては恩人であり、
That's Sylphie?
友達でもあるけど。
Okay, I was thinking about that. Is that Sylphie? It is Sylphie. She dyed her hair. Or maybe
一番尊敬している人です。
maybe her hair got dyed naturally, but that's Sylphie. Okay. Well, first of all, that entire sequence right before the ending got me in the feels a lot. As I said earlier, Rudeus has changed a lot, and just showing the little motivation, or not little, but the motivation that he needed, the one push that he needed was Zenith, and him remembering Zenith and the love that she showed him. Ooh, and her obviously still not being found, so he still has something to do, right? Even if it is in a way escapism, right? Because it is. It's him kind of like pushing aside all the feelings and all the confusion that he's feeling and the depression that he's feeling for, you know, in exchange for focusing on a different goal, kind of pushing those away, focusing on a completely different goal, and just focusing on that without thinking too much about the other thing. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it gives you time to, while you're pursuing that goal, to come to terms with all the feelings and think about them more, right? So really cool way to show that, right? Really cool way of showing the change that, you know, he had the opportunity to do the same thing previously in his previous life, but he didn't do it. Now he did it, right? Now he decided to take that plunge. Oh, man. One incredible scene. But yeah, we saw Sylphie there. The interesting thing is Sylphie was there during Eris's grandpa's execution, right? That's when we saw her, Sylphie. So I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means, but I wonder, is she affiliated with the king of the kingdom? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, right? Okay, I am very conflicted on the entire Eris situation, but as I said, I think Eris genuinely didn't try her hardest to hurt Rudy as much as she did. I think she just acted in a way that she thought would be like, just in a way that she thought was fine, and then left. Now in hindsight it just looks worse. I really don't like the way that it played out. But I feel like that's all hindsight, right? I feel like that is hindsight. Maybe. I don't think Eris planned for it to go in a direction that it did. I feel bad for Rudy, because I feel like this kind of experience that he had here is gonna be, or at least it could be a kind of like a almost traumatic experience for him in the future. I don't know. I feel bad for him, because like the time where he, like, it was supposed to be like one of the happiest moments where he finally, you know, got his feelings fully reciprocated by someone that he truly loved with all his heart, and then the next day this happens. It would definitely shred his heart to pieces, right? So I feel horrible, but I don't know. So I don't think from what we're seeing, as I said, I don't think Eris has any deeper plan. I think she just genuinely tried to like make a memory. She tried to do something that she knows Rudeus would also appreciate before leaving, and then she was like, okay, now at least I left you with a good memory or something, and left me with a good memory as well. It's not like it was only for Rudeus, right? And now I'm gonna leave after doing this, right, for a bit. I'm gonna go incognito, and I'm gonna try to become my own person that's not reliant on Rudeus, which in a vacuum, that's fine. But as I said, it just played out in a really bad way for Rudeus especially, right? So yeah, I also am surprised. I don't know the entire mindset currently of Eris, so I don't know what exactly she's thinking, but I am surprised because it seems like she brushed away the entire thing that Alphonse, was that his name? That he was talking about like the people, the family, protecting the people and the family and everyone that's under the people, under the family's protection and stuff. How he was saying, you know, Eris becoming the concubine of that lord could be extremely beneficial to the people. And as much as obviously nobody here wants Eris to become the concubine or anything along those lines, I was genuinely expecting her to be ready to sacrifice herself and for the people. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm being delusional. Maybe she would never sacrifice herself in that way for the people, though. But I am surprised that she's not necessarily, at least it doesn't seem like she's thinking about it, and she's kind of like running away from it in a way. At least that's what it seems like so far. As I said, we haven't really seen the actual circumstances of her decision here, so we don't know exactly what she's planning. It just seems like she is trying to become more independent as a person, which I think is a good thing. But I do wonder what she's thinking. I want to know, I want to see inside her head and stuff like that. I want to see the entire plan that she has laid out from here on out. But maybe I hope we're gonna get to see more of that in the next season, right? I feel like we will. But with Rudeus also, as I said, I think it's gonna be a good thing for him to now to move on and try to focus on something else while this entire thing is settling in his mind, right? And eventually, I don't know. Eventually, I don't think he's gonna come to terms with it or anything along those lines necessarily, but I'm sure he's gonna figure out a lot about himself by going on this journey and thinking about, mulling about the entire thing here. I don't know. Strange. It's a strange situation. Very strange situation. But we'll see. So yeah, that's it for season 1. That's it for season 1. What an insane one it was, right? It seems like we're going probably a bit more into the Sophie arc. Was that the... Well, don't answer this. This is a rhetorical question. But I'm gonna guess that kind of seemed like maybe the academy or something along those lines. Some kind of like official... Because they were talking about how talented he is and stuff. So it seems like that's either like an academy or some kind of like organization where they would want to recruit him. It could be something else as well. I don't know though. So I'm guessing that's going to be what season 2 is going to be majorly about. At least a portion of it. Until we hit like turning point 3. And then it's not going to be about that whatsoever anymore. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, fantastic season 1. Really excited for season 2 and eventual season 3 once that airs during summer, I believe. I think we should be... How are we gonna be... if we work out the schedule, I think there's like... How many episodes is there in season 2 altogether? It's like about the same as season 1, right? 24, something like that. Which would mean like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We have about like 10 weeks or so until, like approximately until season 3 airs. If we are taking July 1st as kind of like a baseline, about 10 weeks or so, which means in 10 weeks you can do about 30 episodes. I feel like that's almost perfect. I feel like once we finish season 1 or season 2, we're gonna be right about there with season 3. That is assuming that season 2 has 24 episodes or about there, like 2 cores. If that's the case, I feel like we are actually really very on pace, which is really hype. But yeah, anyways, we'll see. Yeah, incredible season, and hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in Mushoku Tensei Season 2. Peace.